A soft golden light bathed the bustling platform of King's Cross Station, where the magical barrier between platforms 9 and 10 concealed a hidden world. Platform 9 3/4 was alive with excitement as young witches and wizards, bundled in scarves of their house colors, said goodbye to their families. The gentle hum of conversation mingled with the occasional hoot of an owl or the meow of a restless cat. The Hogwarts Express, its scarlet engine gleaming in the winter sun, sat steaming and ready for its annual journey. Icicles sparkled on the edges of the train's windows, hinting at the frosty chill outside, while the warmth of its glowing lanterns promised comfort within. Students hurried aboard, their trunks and pets in tow, eager to settle into the plush compartments. As the whistle blew, signaling the train's imminent departure, the air seemed to hum with magic. The scent of freshly baked pumpkin pasties wafted from the trolley, mingling with the rich aroma of hot chocolate. Snowflakes began to fall softly, dusting the platform and adding a touch of holiday magic to the scene. Welcome aboard the Hogwarts Express. Tonight, we're going on a journey filled with wonder, friendship, and a sprinkle of holiday enchantment. As we travel to a magical Christmas at Hogwarts, let the rhythmic chug of the train and the warmth of this story carry you into a world of calm and joy. If you enjoy this tale, consider liking, subscribing, or sharing this magical adventure with others. Now, let's find our seats as the train begins its journey into the heart of a cozy Christmas. Inside one of the Hogwarts Express compartments, a warm and inviting scene unfolded. Two young wizards, Ethan and Lily, both third-year students, sat facing each other. The compartment's cushioned seats were soft, the perfect contrast to the frosty chill just outside the window. Ethan, a Gryffindor with a head of messy auburn hair, was unwrapping a chocolate frog he had picked up from the trolley. The frog leapt momentarily before he caught it, laughing as he showed it to Lily. "Still can't believe you're afraid of these," Ethan teased, holding the enchanted chocolate delicacy up for her to see. Lily, a Ravenclaw with thoughtful hazel eyes, rolled her eyes and grinned. "I'm not afraid of them," she replied. "I just don't like food that moves. It's unsettling." The two had become fast friends during their first year at Hogwarts, bonding over shared classes and a mutual curiosity for magical creatures. While Ethan had an adventurous streak, always getting himself into mischief, Lily was the one who often came up with clever solutions to get them out of trouble. They were an unlikely duo, but their friendship felt as natural as magic itself. Lily pulled a book from her bag, its title gleaming in gold, Ancient Winter Charms and Festive Spells. She flipped through the pages, her brow furrowing with interest. Did you know the Yule log tradition actually started as a charm to keep nifflers away from holiday feasts? Ethan shook his head, pretending to be fascinated. Sounds riveting, but I think I'll stick with eating my chocolate frog instead of reading about it. Their conversation was interrupted by a sudden gust of wind rattling the compartment door. They both looked up, startled, as the door slid open. Standing there was a first-year student, shivering in the cold draft. His face was pale, and he clutched a rolled-up piece of parchment. "Sorry to bother you," the boy stammered, his voice trembling. "But do you know how to get to the prefect's car? I think I'm lost." Ethan and Lily exchanged a glance before Ethan stood, gesturing for the boy to come in. "Sure thing, mate. Come in and warm up for a bit. You look like you've just seen a ghost, literally." The boy hesitated before stepping inside. Lily pulled a blanket from her bag and draped it over his shoulders. "There's no rush," she said kindly. "The prefect's car isn't going anywhere until we reach Hogwarts." As they settled the boy in, he unfolded the parchment, revealing an intricate map of the train that seemed to shimmer with magical annotations. "I found this under one of the seats," he explained, "but it doesn't make any sense to me." Ethan and Lily leaned in, their curiosity piqued. What could this mysterious map of the Hogwarts Express mean? And why had it been left behind? Their journey had only just begun, but it promised to be far from ordinary. The Hogwarts Express chugged along steadily, its rhythmic clatter blending with the hushed chatter of students and the occasional whistle of steam. Snowflakes danced outside the frosted windows, and the golden glow of lanterns inside the compartments created a cozy contrast to the wintry landscape. Ethan and Lily sat with the first-year boy, Harry, examining the mysterious parchment he had found. The map was no ordinary map. It shimmered faintly, the ink glowing like embers. At first glance, it depicted the train, with every carriage intricately drawn. But as they observed it, strange changes began to occur. "Look," Lily whispered, pointing at the map. "The compartments, they're moving." Sure enough, the tiny compartments shifted positions, like puzzle pieces rearranging themselves. Even more curious, an elegant script appeared at the top of the parchment, spelling out, "Follow the light to find what is hidden." "What does that mean?" Harry asked, his voice tinged with awe and a touch of fear. Ethan leaned closer, tracing a finger over the parchment. "Follow the light. Maybe it's talking about a specific carriage. But why would someone leave this for you to find?" Harry shrugged, his small frame still wrapped in Lily's blanket. "I don't know, Mummy. I just picked it up because it looked strange." Suddenly, the lights in their compartment flickered. The three exchanged uneasy glances. The train's steady hum grew quieter, as if the magic powering it had slowed for just a moment. Then, faintly, a soft, silvery glow appeared in the corridor outside. "Do you see that?" Lily asked, already rising from her seat. Ethan nodded, grabbing the map. "Looks like the light wants us to follow it. You in?" Harry hesitated, but Lily smiled reassuringly. "It'll be okay. We'll go together." The trio stepped into the corridor, the glow illuminating their path. The other compartments seemed unnaturally quiet, their frosted glass doors opaque, as if veiled by enchantments. The soft light moved slowly, leading them toward the back of the train, where fewer students sat. As they walked, the map in Ethan's hand began to change again. Now, a new word appeared in the shimmering ink. "Trust." "Trust what?" Ethan muttered under his breath. They reached an ornate door at the very end of the train, unlike any other they had seen before. Its wooden surface was carved with intricate patterns of holly leaves and twinkling stars. The glowing light stopped, hovering like a small orb just in front of the door before fading entirely. "Well, this is definitely out of place," Lily said, reaching for the handle. It was cold to the touch, and the door creaked as she pushed it open. Inside, the room was bathed in a warm golden light. It was much larger than any train carriage should have been, with high ceilings adorned with enchanted icicles that twinkled like stars. A grand fireplace crackled at one end, and the room smelled faintly of cinnamon and pine. In the center stood a circular table draped in a red velvet cloth with a crystal sphere resting atop it. The sphere glowed faintly, and as they approached, it began to hum. "Is this some kind of magical meeting room?" Ethan speculated, stepping closer. Before Lily could reply, the sphere's glow intensified. Slowly, swirling images began to form within it. A snowy forest, a towering Christmas tree, and a radiant golden star hanging above. A melodic chime echoed softly in the room. "This feels important," Lily said, her voice barely above a whisper, like a memory or a message. Harry pointed at the map, which now showed the same images: trees, a star, and something else. A path leading into the forest, marked with tiny footprints. "It's a clue," he said, his voice steadier now. "We're meant to find whatever this is." Ethan tapped the map thoughtfully. "So we get off the train and head into the forest. Easy, right?" Lily gave him a skeptical look. "Easy? We don't even know where this forest is or what we're looking for." Harry tilted his head, studying the crystal sphere. "I think it's showing us something we're supposed to protect." The words struck a chord with all of them. The train whistle blew in the distance, signaling they were nearing their destination. The sphere's glow dimmed, and the map returned to its original form, but the sense of urgency lingered. "We should head back," Lily said, "but we can't ignore this. Whatever it is, it's important." As they made their way back to their compartment, the train seemed alive with anticipation. The corridors felt warmer, the lights steadier, and the rhythmic clatter beneath their feet more reassuring. Ethan glanced down at the map one last time before folding it carefully. "Looks like this Christmas is going to be a bit more magical than we thought." The three of them settled back into their seats, the mysterious parchment now tucked safely in Ethan's bag. Snow continued to fall outside, the Hogwarts Express forging ahead through the enchanted landscape. Whatever lay ahead, it promised to be an adventure unlike any other. As the Hogwarts Express continued its journey through the wintry countryside, Ethan, Lily, and Harry couldn't shake the images from the crystal sphere. The mysterious map, now safely tucked into Ethan's bag, had planted a seed of curiosity in their minds. It felt as though the train itself was urging them to uncover the secret waiting for them at the end of their journey. Lily leaned against the window, watching the snowy landscape rush past. The sphere showed a forest, right? With a giant Christmas tree. Do you think it's somewhere near Hogsmeade? Ethan, ever the strategist, pulled out a notebook and began sketching a rough outline of what they had seen in the sphere. If the map is accurate, the path starts close to the train station. We just need to figure out where it leads. Harry, still clutching the blanket Lily had given him, tilted his head thoughtfully. It's weird though, isn't it? Why show us a forest and a tree? What's so special about that? Lily turned from the window, her expression softening. Maybe it's not about the tree itself. It could be what's underneath it. The sphere felt ancient, like it was holding something really important. The train's whistle blew, the sound echoing through the compartment. The rhythmic hum of the wheels beneath them was oddly comforting, even as their thoughts raced. Ethan tapped the map in his notebook. The footprints in the map stopped at the base of the tree. Maybe it's hiding something or protecting something. Lily nodded. If it's protecting something, we'll need to be careful. Forests can be tricky, especially magical ones. The train began to slow, the steam outside hissing against the frosty air. Through the window, the trio could see the silhouette of Hogsmeade Station drawing closer. Lanterns flickered warmly in the distance, their glow casting long shadows across the snow-covered ground. As the train came to a halt, students began to bustle about, gathering their belongings and stepping into the snowy evening. The trio waited until the crowd had thinned before stepping off, their breath visible in the crisp air. Hogsmeade Station was alive with the sounds of chatter and laughter, but the trio's attention was drawn to the edge of the platform. Beyond the glow of the lanterns lay the forest from the crystal sphere. Its towering trees loomed like sentinels, their branches dusted with snow. Ethan unfolded the map, which had begun to shimmer faintly again. The tiny footprints reappeared, leading from the station into the forest. "This is it," he said, his voice steady. "The path starts here." Harry hesitated, glancing at Lily. "Are we really doing this? What if it's dangerous?" Lily smiled reassuringly. "It might be, but we'll be careful, and we'll stick together." They followed the glowing footprints, which lit their way like tiny fireflies. The forest was quiet, the crunch of snow beneath their boots the only sound. As they walked, the trees seemed to part for them, revealing a path lined with twinkling icicles that sparkled like stars. "This doesn't feel dangerous," Harry whispered, his earlier fear fading. "It feels magical." The path wound deeper into the forest, the snow glittering under the moonlight. The trio's breath fogged in the cold air, but they hardly noticed. There was a sense of calm, a quiet magic that seemed to guide their steps. After what felt like hours, the path opened into a clearing. At its center stood the tree from the crystal sphere, its branches adorned with golden ornaments and twinkling lights. A star, radiant and glowing, crowned its peak. Ethan stepped forward, his voice barely above a whisper. "This is it, the tree." As they approached, the map in Ethan's hand began to glow, its ink shifting once more. A final message appeared. "To those who seek with pure hearts, the greatest gift awaits." The ground beneath the tree shimmered, revealing a small, ornate chest. It was wrapped in crimson velvet, with golden accents that sparkled in the light. Lily knelt beside it, her hand hovering over the latch. "Should we open it?" Ethan and Harry nodded, their eyes wide with anticipation. With a soft click, the chest opened, revealing a single golden orb. It radiated warmth, its light filling the clearing and wrapping them in a sense of peace. "It's beautiful," Harry murmured, reaching out to touch it. The orb pulsed gently under his fingers, as though responding to his touch. Lily smiled, her heart swelling with gratitude. "Whatever this is, it's meant to bring joy. Maybe that's the gift." Ethan closed the chest carefully, his mind already racing with thoughts of how they could protect their discovery. "We should take it to Dumbledore. He'll know what to do." The trio stood in the clearing, the magical tree casting its glow over them. The journey had been unexpected, but it had led them to something extraordinary. Together, they began their walk back to the station, their hearts lighter and their spirits lifted by the magic of the moment. The clearing shimmered with an ethereal glow, the magical tree at its center radiating warmth and light that chased away the chill of the wintry night. Its golden ornaments gently swayed as though responding to the soft breeze that whispered through the forest. Ethan, Lily, and Harry stood in quiet awe, their breath visible in the crisp air as they took in the sight. "It's even more beautiful than the sphere showed us," Lily said, her voice barely above a whisper. Her wide eyes reflected the tree's brilliance, a mix of wonder and trepidation etched on her face. Ethan's hand brushed the pocket where the map had been stored. It now rested in his palm, glowing faintly as the ink shifted once more. A series of runes appeared, their shapes elegant yet foreign. Beneath the runes, a phrase began to translate itself into clear English. "The pure of heart will find the key to everlasting joy." Harry stepped closer to the tree, his steps tentative. "Do you think it means us? That we're the ones who can unlock it?" Lily joined him, her breath hitching slightly. "It must. The sphere chose us to find this place." At the tree's base, a small pedestal shimmered into view. Atop it rested an ornate box, its surface encrusted with emeralds and rubies that sparkled like starlight. The trio approached cautiously, the snow crunching softly beneath their boots. Ethan studied the box, his sharp eyes scanning its intricate carvings. "This must be the key the map mentioned, but how do we open it?" Lily knelt beside the pedestal, her fingers brushing against the box's surface. As she did, the runes on the map began to glow more brightly, and the tree's light seemed to pulse in response. "It's reacting," she murmured. "Maybe it's about intention. If we think about what's important to us." Ethan and Harry exchanged glances, then joined her at the pedestal. Together, they closed their eyes, each focusing on the same thought: the spirit of the season, the joy of sharing moments with friends, and the warmth of magic that brought them together. A soft chime echoed through the clearing, and the box clicked open. Inside was a golden orb, its surface swirling with light that danced like fireflies. The orb radiated a comforting warmth, and the trio couldn't help but smile as its magic washed over them. Harry reached out, his hand hovering over the orb. "It feels alive, like it knows we're here." Lily nodded, her voice soft. "This isn't just a treasure, it's a gift for everyone." As if in agreement, the orb floated upward, its light intensifying. It hovered above the tree, and suddenly the ornaments began to glow brighter, casting golden rays throughout the clearing. The snow sparkled like diamonds, and the air filled with the gentle hum of magic. The trio stood in awe, their hearts swelling with a mix of joy and gratitude. The orb's light spread outward, creating a wave of warmth that seemed to embrace not just the forest, but the world beyond. Ethan's voice was quiet but resolute. "This is the spirit of Christmas. It's not about one person or one gift. It's about the magic of sharing, of being together." Lily wiped a tear from her cheek, her smile radiant. "We were meant to find this, to bring it back to Hogwarts." The orb began to descend, settling gently back into the box. The pedestal shimmered and vanished, leaving the trio standing before the tree, its light now soft and steady. As they turned to leave the clearing, the forest seemed to part for them, guiding them back to the path. The snow crunched softly beneath their feet, and the gentle glow of the tree lingered in their minds like a cherished memory. The journey back to Hogsmeade Station was quiet, the trio lost in their thoughts. When they arrived, the train was waiting, its lights glowing warmly against the snowy backdrop. They boarded, the map and the box carefully stowed in Ethan's bag, as the Hogwarts Express began its journey back to the castle. The trio sat in comfortable silence, the rhythmic hum of the train filling the compartment. The events of the night felt like a dream, but the warmth in their hearts told them it was real. Lily leaned her head against the window, watching the snowy countryside rush past. This Christmas is going to be unforgettable. Ethan smiled, his fingers brushing the map in his pocket. We've brought back something truly magical. I can't wait to see what Dumbledore says. Harry chuckled, his eyes twinkling with mischief. Knowing him, he probably already knows, but I think he'll be proud of us. The train whistled as it neared Hogwarts, the castle's lights glowing like a beacon in the distance. The trio felt a sense of accomplishment, knowing they had been part of something extraordinary. As the train pulled into the station, they exchanged smiles, their bond stronger than ever. Together, they stepped off the train, the warmth of the castle beckoning them home. Christmas was just around the corner, and with it, the promise of joy, magic, and the unbreakable connection of friendship. The gentle chugging of the Hogwarts Express created a soothing rhythm as the train wound its way through the snowy countryside. Ethan, Lily, and Harry sat in their compartment, the golden orb nestled securely in its ornate box on the table between them. The glow from the orb was soft now, casting a warm light that danced across their faces and reflected the magic they had uncovered. Lily leaned back against her seat, her head resting on the cushioned window. I can't believe what we've just been through, she murmured, her voice tinged with both awe and exhaustion. That clearing, the tree, it was like stepping into a storybook. Ethan smiled, his eyes following the snowflakes as they swirled past the window. It felt timeless, like we were part of something bigger than ourselves. Harry, who had been staring thoughtfully at the orb, finally spoke. We were. That tree, the orb, it's not just about Christmas. It's about the magic of connection, of being together. The words hung in the air, settling over the compartment like a comforting blanket. The trio exchanged quiet smiles, each reflecting on the journey that had brought them here. They had ventured into the unknown, faced mysteries and challenges, and returned with a treasure that embodied the very essence of the season. Outside, the landscape was bathed in the soft glow of moonlight. The snow-covered hills stretched endlessly, their pristine beauty unbroken, save for the occasional sparkle of distant lights. Inside the train, the compartments were filled with a warm hum of life. Friends chatting softly, the clink of teacups, and the occasional burst of laughter. Ethan reached into his pocket and pulled out the map. Its ink had faded, leaving only the faintest outlines of their path. "It's strange," he said, holding it up for the others to see. "It's almost like it's resting now, as if it knows its job is done." Lily leaned forward, her gaze softening. "Maybe it is. The map brought us to where we needed to be, and now it's letting us take it from here." Harry nodded, a small smile playing on his lips. "It's a reminder that even in the midst of chaos, there's always a way forward. We just have to trust it." The train's whistle pierced the night, a gentle reminder of their journey's nearing end. The trio fell into a comfortable silence, the weight of their adventure giving way to a sense of peace. Ethan stretched, his movements unhurried, and reached for the chocolate frogs they had stashed earlier. "Time for a celebration snack," he suggested, holding up the box with a grin. Lily laughed softly, her eyes twinkling. "You always know how to lighten the mood." As they shared the treats, the warmth of the moment wrapped around them. The compartment, with its golden light and cozy atmosphere, felt like a world of its own, a safe haven where they could simply be. When the train began to slow, signaling their arrival at Hogwarts, a quiet excitement replaced their fatigue. The castle loomed ahead, its spires reaching toward the stars, every window glowing with the promise of warmth and welcome. The trio gathered their things, their movements deliberate yet unhurried. Stepping off the train, they were greeted by the familiar bustle of the platform. Students chatted animatedly, their voices carrying on the crisp night air. Snow continued to fall, blanketing the scene in a soft, magical glow. As they made their way toward the castle, Ethan paused, looking back at the train. "Do you think we'll ever have an adventure like this again?" he asked, his voice filled with quiet wonder. Lily smiled, her breath forming a soft cloud in the air. "Maybe, but even if we don't, this one will always be ours." Harry clapped Ethan on the shoulder, his expression warm. "And who knows? The orb might have more magic to share when the time is right." Together they crossed the bridge leading to the castle, their laughter mingling with the crunch of snow beneath their boots. The golden orb, nestled securely in Lily's back, seemed to pulse gently, as though echoing their shared joy. Inside the great hall, the warmth of the roaring fires welcomed them home. The Christmas decorations sparkled with life, garlands of holly, floating candles, and enchanted snowflakes that drifted lazily from the enchanted ceiling. The trio took their seats at the Gryffindor table, the familiar sights and sounds filling them with a sense of belonging. As the feast began, they exchanged knowing glances, their bond strengthened by the adventure they had shared. The golden orb's glow might have dimmed for now, but its magic lingered in their hearts, a reminder of the power of friendship, courage, and the enduring spirit of Christmas. The night continued, the hall filled with laughter and cheer. And as the trio gazed around at their friends and fellow students, they knew they had brought back something truly special. A gift not just for themselves, but for everyone who called Hogwarts home. As the Hogwarts Express chugged steadily through the snow-covered hills, the trio, Ethan, Lily, and Harry, stood inside the hidden compartment of their train carriage. The golden orb floated gently in the center of the room, casting a warm golden glow that reflected in their awestruck faces. The soft hum of magic resonated in the air, wrapping them in an ethereal stillness. Lily approached the orb cautiously, her hand outstretched, as if drawn to its energy. "It's so warm," she murmured, her voice barely above a whisper. "It doesn't feel dangerous. More like it's calling to us." Ethan nodded, his gaze fixed on the inscriptions etched into the orb's surface. They seemed to shift and change, rearranging themselves into patterns and words. "It's ancient," he observed, awe lacing his voice. "The magic in it is old. Older than Hogwarts, maybe even older than the founders." Harry, standing at a respectful distance, tilted his head, his curiosity mingled with caution. "What does it mean? Why would it appear now?" The orb pulsed softly, as if in response to his question. Suddenly, the inscription stopped moving, and a phrase appeared, glowing faintly against the surface. "To those who seek, the path is revealed." "It's a riddle," Ethan said, excitement flickering in his eyes. "It's trying to tell us something." Lily traced the words with her finger, the golden light illuminating her thoughtful expression. "A path, but where?" As if to answer her, the orb emitted a soft hum, and the light grew brighter, spreading out in thin tendrils that formed shapes in the air. The trio watched in wonder as an intricate map appeared before them, shimmering with magical energy. The map depicted the Hogwarts Express, the snowy hills outside, and a destination marked with a faint golden star. "It's showing us where to go," Harry realized, stepping closer to inspect the map. "But why? And what's waiting for us there?" Ethan glanced at his friends, his determination growing. Only one way to find out. The three friends wasted no time. Guided by the glowing map, they moved through the train with purpose, their excitement tempered by the weight of their discovery. Each compartment they passed seemed to hum with an energy they hadn't noticed before, as though the entire train was alive with magic. The map led them to a narrow spiral staircase hidden behind an unassuming panel at the back of the train. The staircase was illuminated by the same golden light as the orb, beckoning them to descend. "This is incredible," Lily whispered as they carefully made their way down. "I didn't think the train had anything like this." Ethan chuckled softly. "I'm starting to think the Hogwarts Express has more secrets than we'll ever know." At the bottom of the staircase, they found themselves in a small circular chamber filled with objects that seemed to hum with latent magic. An enchanted hourglass, a mirror that shimmered like water, and shelves lined with books whose titles flickered in and out of sight. In the center of the room stood a pedestal, and on it rested an object that took their breath away. A small, intricately carved tree made entirely of crystal. Its branches sparkled as if dusted with snow, and tiny orbs of light hung like ornaments, each glowing with a soft, magical luminescence. Harry approached first, his expression filled with wonder. "It's beautiful," he said, his voice barely audible. As they gathered around the tree, the golden orb pulsed again, and a faint voice seemed to echo in the room as if carried by the very air. "The spirit of Christmas is not found in gifts or grandeur," the voice intoned, "but in the bonds we share and the light we bring to each other's lives." The trio exchanged glances, the meaning of the words sinking in. The crystal tree wasn't just a decoration. It was a symbol of everything they had come to understand during their journey. The adventure, the mysteries, the courage to seek answers. It had all brought them closer, reminding them of the true magic of the season. The orb floated from Lily's hands, positioning itself above the crystal tree. Its light grew brighter, merging with the tiny orbs on the branches until the entire tree glowed with a radiant warmth. The light was neither harsh nor blinding. Instead, it filled the room with a sense of peace and joy. As the glow spread, the room seemed to expand, revealing more treasures. Paintings that came to life, tapestries that told stories, and even a table laden with a simple yet inviting feast. It was as if the tree's magic was bringing the space to life, transforming it into a haven of warmth and wonder. Ethan, unable to contain his excitement, laughed softly. "It's incredible. This isn't just about us. It's a gift for everyone on the train." Lily nodded, her eyes shining. "It's the magic of Christmas. It's about sharing, about creating something beautiful for others." Harry placed a hand on the pedestal, his expression serene. "And it's something we'll never forget." As the light began to fade, the orb returned to its resting place, its job complete. The map dissolved, its purpose fulfilled, leaving the trio with a sense of accomplishment and a memory they would cherish forever. The Hogwarts Express continued its journey through the snowy night, carrying with it a secret that would remain with those who had the courage to seek it. And as Ethan, Lily, and Harry returned to their compartment, they knew that this Christmas would be unlike any other, a celebration of magic, friendship, and the quiet wonders that made the wizarding world so extraordinary.